Xavier Wills, RX Muscle Australia. I'm here at the International Protein booth at FitX 2014 and I'm joined by 212 IFBB Pro, Branden Ray. Branden, you're here, you're representing X2X, you're representing International Protein. I mean, I always talk to, like when I've talked about you on our radio show and I've talked about you to other people, I say you're one of the most underrated IFBB pros on the circuit. Like, you know, 212, open, whatever. Do you see yourself as that? Do you see yourself as maybe being slightly underrated?
No, I don't see myself being slightly underrated. I guess I'm not privy to it or conscious to it. I appreciate it. I appreciate hearing that, but there's so many good guys, and honestly, there are guys that compete so much more. That's probably why they talked about more, because you actually get talked about when you're on stage. I'm a little different to where I want to improve every time on stage. I feel like in order to improve, you have to give yourself a decent all season. So I don't want to look the same, you know, every contest. The only thing you can improve if you compete all the time is your conditioning, which I definitely want to improve, but I also feel like I want to bring up some body parts, and I want to be able to do some damage, man. I want to compete to win, so that's why I take my time.
Yeah. Was you at the Australian Pro last night?
Yes, I was at the Australian Pro last night. It was first off, let me tell you, I love this country. Melbourne's an amazing city. I live in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is great, but a lot of Americans have said they can imagine themselves living in Melbourne. It's a wonderful city, and this expo, the show, amazing. The venue, state of the art. The seats were filled all the way to the last row. This is what being an IFBB pro. This is what you imagine.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you been getting a lot of love at the International Protein booth from the Australian fans?
Oh man, it's been amazing here. I've been having a little questionnaire, having some fun with the guys that come over and win some prizes. I was kind of shocked that, I'll ask you, matter of fact. This is one of the questions I asked and they failed it. and I'm getting photobombed by Shawn Rhoden, but that's okay. But one of the questions I asked was, what Australian actor played Mad Max?
I don't know. I gotta be honest, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm probably too young.
Oh.
I'm only 24.
Come here. We gotta get into that. We gotta get somebody. All right, camera girl. What Australian actor played Mad Max? All right, anybody, please. Anybody. Thank you. Oh man,
Who was it?
Mel Gibson.
I didn't know that. I gotta be honest, I didn't know that.
All right, that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah. So you obviously, you know, you competed as a 212 lately. Are you going to continue to try to pursue this 212 class, or do you want to move into the open and do something different?
I think it's time to move up to the open. Like last year, I kind of put a cap on my all season because I didn't want to outgrow it, and I had a little trouble making weight to New York Pro, and there was some great guys in New York Pro. I mean, you got Jose Raymond, who's like 5'3" and weighing in like 212. You got Charles Glass, to me, I'm not sorry, Charles Glass, Charles Dixon, to me, who's a very underrated pro. Charles is like 5'2", 5'3". So these guys are competing at 210, 212. I'm 5'7", 5'7" and a half on a good day, 5'8" with some boots. But for me to stand next to guys 6 inches taller than me, it's the same weight, it's kind of hard. Those guys, and they bring it. They really good. So it's time to move up.
Now, have you got any shows on the horizon that you're planning on doing, or is there anything that you're looking at and saying, hey, I want to do that show?
After last night, that 15-hour flight to compete is well worth it. I was more than happy. I want to say, first off, I'm very happy. Congratulations to my boy. He's like my best friend, Shawn Rhoden. We training partners. A lot of people didn't know that. We had this dream. Yeah, we had this dream where we were like, man, one day we could do it, and it was just the best feeling. Seeing Shawn win the show, when I remember we were just back in DC, we were just some gym rats in DC training leg day, getting people to stand on top of the leg press, you know, and it's just an amazing feeling. And Shawn probably remembers this. I can't get Shawn on camera, but Shawn set me up one day. We were doing deadlifts, and he went extra heavy. He went up to 6 plates. I did it, and my lifting straps tore. And the barbell fell on the floor and the tiles came down into the pool. But that was how we pushed each other. So it's a wonderful feeling. I tell all you guys out there, you know, like I said, we were just gym rats in the gym, having fun, and our dreams came true. So keep doing it. Believe in yourself. And if you go to the gym and you train, you can't help but to get better. That's it.
Now, we got a commitment from Shawn Rhoden last night on stage. He's going to do the Aussie Arnold next year. He said, Tony pushed him and said, are you going to do it? He said, Yes. Are you going to do the Australian Pro, or not the Australian Pro, the Aussie Arnold next year?
As of right now, I'm about 99.9% sure that I'm coming back here to get on stage.
Australian fans would love to see you out here, not just appearing in a stand, but also competing. And that's about the end of our interview from International Protein Booth at FitX 2014. Xavier Wills,
You gotta get the
Branden
kicks.
Ray.
You gotta get the kicks.
We gotta look at the kicks.
You gotta get the kicks. That's what
Very
we're all
nice.
about. We're all about
I like it. I like it. I like
right,
it.
that's
The high
right.
tops. Now, Xavier Wills, Branden Ray, rxmuscle.com.au.
Thanks.